Hi, welcome everyone. Welcome here on my channel, Knitting Latvian. My name is Ingrid, and of course, we're here to tell you about my knits during the past month. This time it is January. So January wasn't like a typical month in Riga, Latvia. There's usually snow and it's cold, but this year it's nothing like that. It's snowless. Snow was like for a couple of days after the New Year's, and that's it. And the nature is waking up for spring in Riga. Also, I saw like 2 days ago the hazelnut tree is in its bloom. So we will see how the rest of the winter goes, if it becomes colder or not. I hope that it doesn't. It only gradually becomes warmer and warmer and we could enjoy spring. Yeah, this early in the New Year's. But still, winter time is a great time to knit. I'll share with you my finished objects, my whips and acquisitions. So let's start. Yeah, I am wearing one of my finished objects here. It's the Dagmar cardigan by Petiteknit. And I had to finish only one half on an arm to be done from the last time we met. Yeah, I did that. I had washed it and I had sewn in the buttons. They look like this, like little wooden toggles. And here you can see how the upper part looks. It matches the back, except the button plackets, and the arms mimic also a couple of the elements from the front. Yeah, the cardigan is made with 4.5mm needles for the main body and with 3.5mm needles on the ribbings all around, and it's bound off in tubular Italian cast off. The yarn I used was from Drops Nepal in beige color, and I used all my yarn balls. That was 16 yarn balls, so it weighs almost around 800 grams. Very roomy. Yeah, I made the size large to be the spacious, oversized cardigan that you can throw when you're cold at home. I haven't tried to wear it under the coat when going outside because it hasn't been that cold since I finished the cardigan, but I usually like to cozy up at home. And Drops Nepal has wool and also alpaca fibers in it, so I like how the alpaca helps with the drapiness. I have trouble with this part here, that it doesn't hold together. It is open, as you can see from the side, or on the front it is like this, but when I open it, it falls over, and I would have liked that it would stand. Now it's holding, but yeah, it flips like this. I would have liked if it was standing like other in between other buttons, but what you can do. So I'll close this up. And also I made one mistake somewhere while knitting arms. So for the length, I was referring to these large cables, yeah? The repeats of the large cables. Yeah, I was satisfied with this kind of length, and I finished the first arm here, the left arm, and I was continuing with the right arm, and I also finished at the same cable flip on the right arm, but I noticed that it is a little bit short. Also, by counting these honeycomb pattern repeats, there wasn't enough. So I did additional flip as this cable would repeat, but that means I had made a mistake somewhere in this on the left arm. I can't even tell where it could be, but this detail is not that noticeable. The arms now are the same length. Otherwise it could be like 2 centimeters shorter. It would be like that, but you know it because I told you. So let's keep it as a little secret between us. And yeah, a very fun knit. Goes on quickly because of the pattern, the cables they change all the time, so it was very engaging pattern and yeah, cozy outcome. Yeah, this was my first finished object for January, and I have another one right here next to me that is finished, blocked, but I still have to sew the buttons in. Here is a gray, charcoal gray cardigan. It looks like this. It is finished. Everything is nice, and really like the yarn texture. This is a combination of Drops Flora and Drops Kid Silk in the dark gray color. Yeah, it reminds me of a charcoal. So yeah, this cardigan is called the Maggie cardigan by Petiteknit, and it has an interesting combined construction from the top down, yeah, which is very similar to the Leon sweater and Poppy tee, the same pattern, just meant for a cardigan. Yeah, the pattern is made with 3.5mm needles. Firstly, I was a little bit surprised, thought because I usually work with 4mm for this kind of yarn combination, but I really like the density. So my plan for the buttons is this kind of plastic ones. They look like this. And I'll try to show you on the button placket how would they look like. So this cardigan is meant for my grandmother. She wanted the cardigan not to be either a drop shoulder or raglan construction, so I chose this pattern. So the main body is just a simple stockinette. It has 1x1 ribbings all around, on the cuffs, on the neck edge, and on the button plackets. Here you can see with the little button holes, and it is bound in tubular cast-off, Italian tubular cast-off. And yeah, I used 5 balls of almost 5 balls of both no, I used 5 balls of Drops Kid Silk, and I think I reached into the 6th ball of Drops Floor. Okay, but let's continue with let's go on to the whips. I have a couple to show you, and I'll grab the biggest one, the one that is the closest to being finished. So I have this white pile of yarn here. Not a pile, but okay. Here, maybe you can tell already by the looks of it, this is the Ingrid sweater. Yep, Ingrid is making another Ingrid sweater. This is my second one, and I am only an arm, a sleeve away from finishing it. So if you don't know, this is the pattern by Petiteknit. I think one of the most popular ones that she has, and it is both beautiful and interesting to make. Yeah, as you can see, there are different panels, different parts of different kind of stitches used. For example, there's a moss stitch part, a mock cable here, and also repeating here, just a little bit longer one, and 2x2 ribbing in all of those. In between, it has a loop, see-through loops, and finishes with a 1x1 cuffs and ribbings all over. The pattern is made with 4mm needles, and for the main body, and 3.5 and 3mm needles for the cuffs and the neck edge. This time I followed the pattern measurements to a T. So this is how the collar will look. It will be like a little mock neck. It is not big enough to be a turtleneck, but it will lay against my neck like so. The yarn combination I'm using is a local Latvian wool, Teenes 3-ply wool, 100% wool in off-white or natural white. I'm combining it with a yarn from a cone. There is like alpaca mohair. So the size I'm making this time is the size large, and I think it will be very oversized on me. That's what I'm going for. Yeah, for now it looks funny because it looks tapered on the on the bottom, but it's not. The same stitch count continues all along to the bottom, but for now it looks tapered. No, it isn't. Arms although are, but yeah, another modification that I did is the decreases for the arms, I only made them in places that wouldn't mess up the pattern for the stitches. For example, I didn't do it in this part, but I tried to do it where the separations are for the patterns, like the pearl rows are, and also one decrease here or the moss stitches. It is not noticeable there, but if I would have put it somewhere in this part, it would mess up the moss cables. So under the arm it looks like this, and you can't even tell. So this is how I was working on the sweater. Can't wait to finish. Yep, right now I'm on the second arm in on the moss stitch part, where I did just the decrease for for the arm. So I will continue working on this. Maybe I'll leave it on my lap because I miss my blanket. There's also one exciting whip that I had waited for a long time, almost a year. Let's try to show it. Here it is. A very colorful sweater. This is a Monday sweater by Petiteknit, a simple raglan sweater in stockinette with folded down collar and one by one ribbing. It has raglan increases, like 3 stitches in between. So I have separated the arms and the body, and I'm working on the body. And maybe that pattern is not so exciting, but the yarn is. So I'm using this kind of beautiful yarn that is colored by Maruma yarns from her shop. Yeah, I had bought this these skeins for my birthday last year, and it was waiting. And as the new year came, I said, why not? Let's do our dream knits at last. So this is the combination. This is a fingering sock yarn. The base is from Vilcolana Arvetta, and I'm pairing it with Drops Kid Silk. And the color here is 09, like a lavender color. Yeah, really pretty. Yeah, but most exciting is this dyed yarn. Like, working on every row is exciting to see how the color will lay. Yeah, I really like working on it. And my thought for this at the end is I will add a white unicorn on the front. The name of the yarn color was something related with unicorns. Yeah, I agree 100%. So the sweater, when it will be finished, I will top stitch on here a white unicorn, so everybody can understand that it's the unicorn sweater. As soon as I understood the spring is not that far, the pink side of me woke up. The bright pink urge has woken up. So I have started a pink sweater. Here it is. Not that long ago, I was working on this same pattern in different yarn, but right there I knew that I want to make the same pattern in bright color, and here it is, this pink one. The pattern is Moby sweater, and it's also by Petiteknit. Yeah, I had just finished the front and back and joined it in the round. So color or yarn I'm using is also from Drops. It's Drops Charisma. Unique color, and the color is 33. It's the 100% wool, but with a superwash or like coating. I don't have anything else in this yarn base, so I'm excited how I'm very interested how it will block out and how it will wear. It is worked in with 4mm needles, It has moss stitches, cables leaning outwards, and on the front it has a mock cabling also, and the cables are separated from the rest of the sweater with these kind of columns with twisted stitches and garter stitches in between. Yeah, what else I can tell you? This time I made sure that the cables turn on the 10th row, not on the 8th row, and they look much more luscious and fuller. Right now it is, as the pattern says, 100%, at least I think. Excited to be working on this, especially for the color. I think it would be really pretty to wear it on the Valentine's Day. Very romantic, but if I don't finish this, I have another alternative whip that I will show you next. The next whip is held in a wonderful, magical tote bag with unicorns, of course. But in this, I haven't finished the row, but I hope I will be able to show you. Not very wintry knit, but this will be for the summer. Here I'm working on a cardigan from top down. The pattern is by Knitting for Olive, but I'm sorry, I won't be pronouncing the name of the cardigan. I'll write it down for you. But here is the cardigan. It's like mohair-y, airy cardigan worked from top down, and it has also the sides of the placket worked at the same time as the body of the cardigan. So this will be a drop shoulder cardigan, very oversized, airy. It will have also a belt to tie it together. And I have also, I'm also working here on the body. I have joined under the arms, under the sleeves. Yeah. Now I have to just work it top down. The stockinette part is worked with 6mm needles, sorry. And here I have my yarn cake. This yarn is from Alize. It's a mix of mohair, wool, and polyamide to give it the strength. And this, I hope you can see, there's like a little bit of gloss, I would say, in between. Yeah, the core is like a little bit glossy. And how far is my cardigan? But about the pattern, I haven't seen anyone that I'm usually watching making this cardigan. But I think it's for two reasons. The first reason is that if you use the right yarn that is suggested to knit with, it is very pricey. It's supposed to use 3 strands of Knitting for Olive mohair held together, so you can imagine how much it would cost if I used the suggested yarn. And the other is that maybe the sizing is not that inclusive. The pattern by itself is oversized, and the smallest size that I'm making also it's already the circumstance is 140 centimeters, or even almost 150. So and they go up for a couple of sizes, like 5, if I remember correctly, or 4 or 5. So there are not many sizes, but if you use an alternative, like for example, the cardigan will cost 10 euros in materials. So we will see how it works out, how I like it. The perfect dress. And I have a perfect dress already in my wardrobe that I will be pairing it with a satin slip dress in pale pink. I can't wait. Just have to think where to wear it, but I have my outfit ready. This is a little whip that I started just yesterday, but still. I have a sock. I have a little sock that is made toe up this time. Here you can see the heel, and I'm working upwards. The yarn, the wonderful yarn you're seeing here is the new Drops Fiesta sock yarn in color 14. But here is the print, how it knits up in stockinette. Very magical again. Needles I'm using is 3.5, and I'm working in magic loop. I'm working magic. Yeah, I'm working in magic loop to make it with the short row heel, because I have no idea how I would make it toe up with a traditional heel. So that is why I chose this. We'll see after how the yarn will open up, how it will block. But working with the yarn, I really like it. It's really bouncy, soft. I have heard lots of people are excited to try. For example, I love the print. I love just the speckling, the rows, how they work up. I really like it. If you like a quick sock to make, so the yarn is meant for DK projects. Yeah, for my impatience, and this is a great base. So I suggest you also to try. So this was my last whip, and I will show you the only acquisition that I have this month, the only one yarn ball. The little yarn cake I have here is the only purchase I did this month. Yeah, because I tried to knit from my stash, and as you could see, my stash is very colorful. I could satisfy my urge for the colors from my stash. So this yarn ball is a mohair blend. Yeah, the yarn will be held together with a gray color that I have a little bit closer. I think I have showed you everything that I have done this month that I was working on. Tell me, what are you working on during this time? What keeps you exciting to be making things? I want to go outside and put on my hot pink hat and go outside and look for the signs for spring outside. So we will meet in the next podcast or an additional video, so just stay tuned. You are more than welcome to subscribe and like this video, and we will meet later. Bye.